In this video, I want to talk about carpenter ant damage. Right here, I have some examples of some carpenter ant damage. This is all stuff I pulled out of my house for a recent project. Some of this could also be termites, like this stuff right here. All this kind of mud. That could be termites. Typically, carpenter ants like to leave a smooth wall because they don't eat the wood, they excavate it so that they can make a nest. And what ends up happening, obviously, is your wood becomes really brittle. And for instance, this was a sill on my house, a sill plate. So the entire house is resting on that. And that is not good. These nests can be up to 50,000 ants strong. And if you look at this piece right here, this is kind of cool. There's a knot right here. So what they did was they chewed all the softer wood around it and went right around that knot. Over here by the bulkhead door is where all that wood came out. There was a sill up here, and over here on top of this foundation, I replaced all this. The signs that you might have carpenter ants. The really obvious ones are if you see carpenter ants, if you see live ones, if you see dead ones around your house. They might live outside, but they also might live in your house. Here is a sign right here. I created a fake scenario where all this sawdust, that would be a really good sign coming down the walls here. Like this, little piles like this, it would probably be less fine than this, but that would be frass from carpenter ants. So one way that I'm sure you've seen inspectors take a knife and they stab the sill like this. This seems pretty solid. But right here, the inside of this is totally gone. However, right here, it seems solid. So it's hard to say that there is actually ant damage by just poking it with a knife like that. Here's a sign right here. You can tell that this sill is being crushed. I think my joists are fine. I think just the inside of this is all damaged and it's actually acting like a sponge, just getting crushed with all that damage on the inside. And if you take a look up here in between these boards, this right here, all that kind of sawdust, and there's a little spot in the wood. So these are all signs. They are crafty little insects, and a couple things you can do to prevent these is to keep the surrounding of your house dry. They like wet wood, and the biggest thing is just get your house treated. Call a company, they'll come in, they'll spray, they'll put in traps. If you already have carpenter ants, they'll look at suspected locations and they'll do what they can to get rid of them and prevent them from coming back. And that is a good thing because you don't want to end up with stuff like this. So if you didn't know before, now you know. That's what carpenter ant damage looks like. Thanks for watching.